We can discuss a poem titled Refugees. Let us take a look at the poem. They have no need of our help, so do not tell me these haggard faces could belong to you or me. Should life have dealt a different hand, we need to see them for who they really are. The poem Refugees is written by the British poet Brian Bilston, and he, on having heard about the condition of refugees on the Mediterranean Sea once, he wrote this poem. And in this poem, he expressed his views and his concern about how the refugees should be viewed by the people and what is the necessity of understanding their condition in a positive way. So if you take a look at the poetic lines, the poet uses these lines at the beginning of the poem. They have no need of our help, he says. They have no need of our help. So don't tell me these haggard faces could belong to you or me. That means here the poet says that these faces means these people, these refugees, they don't belong to our country. They do not belong to our place. So don't tell me we need to help them. And should life have dealt a different hand, we need to see them for who they really are. See, look at their faces and understand their condition. He is of the opinion these haggard faces could belong to you or me. Don't tell me like this. These words are strange to the ears of these natives. From a native point of view, these refugees do not deserve their help or do not deserve any concern. So we don't have to consider their condition. You don't have to feel sorry for their condition. He says like that. We need to see them who they really are, he says. We need to see them who they really are. That means what kind of a people they are, we don't know. Where they came from, we don't know. So we need to examine their condition. We need to, I mean, we need to see who they really are, whether they are good people or bad people. Just like that, he says. They may be chancers and scroungers, layabouts on loungers, with bombs up their sleeves. They may be chancers, he says. They may be scroungers, they may be layabouts, and they may be loungers. So these people may be chancers, means they may compete with you in future. They may take their position as advantage and they may compete with you for rights, for comforts in future. They may be weak at present. They may be in need of shelter. They may be in need of help. But in future, after settling here on this native land, on our land, they may compete with you. They may demand for their rights. They may demand more comforts. Who knows? So let us examine their condition. Don't take pity on them. This is the kind of opinion he expresses at the beginning. They may be scroungers. They may be layabouts. They may be loungers. They may not do any work, or they may do little work, and they may demand more and more wages. Who knows? With bombs up their sleeves, sometimes maybe there may be dangers also. Who knows about their plots to create some kind of disturbance or destruction in this land? So we are not sure who they really are, whether they are good people or bad people. So he says, We need to see them, who they really are. Here, in using these lines, the poet is of the opinion they may be dangerous, they may be troublesome, they may hinder our progress, they may they may create certain disturbance in the near future if you help them. So, cutthroats and thieves. The poet uses these words also. Cutthroats. They may create heavy competition in the coming days, and they may be thieves also. So, they may be bad, they may be lazy, they may demand good comforts for their little work in future. So, think about them. So, take a deeper look into their condition and don't take pity on them easily. They are not welcome here, he says. They are not welcome here. So we people who live on this land, we the natives, should not take pity on them. They may be troublesome in the future. We should make them go back to where they came from. See how uh, mercilessly he uses these words. So we should not show any kind of pity, or we should not welcome them. He is of the opinion at the beginning. They cannot share our food, share our homes, share our countries. He says that they cannot share our food, share our homes, and share our countries. These refugees, after spending some time on this land, if they are welcome, if they are helped, if they are given shelter here in future, definitely after passing some time, they may demand all these things. They fight for their rights, they demand food, they demand shelter like homes, and they too can fight for their rights, and they may create some more trouble in future, definitely. And what happens at that time, there will be certain what we call disturbance because of their presence. So all these things must be taken into consideration earlier, and we should not welcome them. This is the message given by the poet in these lines. Instead, he says, let us build a wall to keep them out. He says, let us build a wall to keep them out. So let us not welcome them. So you keep a distance. You don't allow them closer. It's not okay to say these are the people just like us. They are not like us. They are not the natives. They are strangers. Strangers behave in a strange way always. From their point of view only they see things. From their point of view only they can ask what they need. They don't consider they don't show any kind of what we call consideration for our rights or our conditions. No, these are the people just like us. It's not okay to say these are the people just like us. A place should only belong to those who are born there, he says. A place should only belong to those who are born there. That means natives deserve shelter here on this particular land. We, the natives, are the only people who could live on this land. Others may not be welcome. Others are not allowed. That they may not create any trouble now, but definitely they may be, or there may be certain disturbance because of them. So take a what we call closer look and don't show pity on them, he says. Do not be so stupid to think that the world can be looked at another way. So this is the only idea that I want to convey. Don't show pity on them. Don't help them. They don't deserve our help. They don't deserve pity, or they don't deserve sympathy. They cannot share our food. They cannot share our homes, and they cannot share our country. This is the point of view he presented in this particular poem, Refugees. When we read the poem from top to bottom, right? But the poet here, Brian Billston, if you read the poem from bottom to top, all the views presented here in these lines give us only one kind of message: don't help the refugees. But the poet used a one kind of technique, that is a reversal technique. If you study the poem from bottom to top, all these negative thinking will be disappeared, and we can take a positive view of the refugees. So let me read out the lines. The world can be looked at another way. Don't be so stupid to think that a place should only belong to those who are born there. See, the world can be looked at another way. When we study the same line from top to bottom, it appears like don't be so stupid to think that the world can be looked at another way. So if you study the last two lines from top to bottom, the poet seems to have said that don't be so stupid to think that the world can be looked at another way. But if you read the poem from bottom to top, the last two lines, the last line will be the first line and the next line will be the second line. I am reading this poem in that way. The world can be looked at another way. Don't be so stupid to think that a place should only belong to those who are born there. What is the meaning of these lines? See this. The world can be looked at another way. Definitely, he says that. The world can be looked at another way. You have to think in other way. You have to see the other side of the picture. Definitely. Don't be so stupid that this way is the only way to think. No. There are so many ways. Look at the other side of the coin. Look at the other side of the picture. The world can be viewed in another way, he says. The world can be looked at another way. Don't be so stupid to think that a place should only belong to those who are born there. This means don't think that only the natives deserve shelter here. Only the natives should live here only on this particular piece of land. Other people may also live here. Other people can take shelter here. Other people can live here. Why are you thinking like that? Don't think in that way. This way you can think. These are people just like us, he says. These are the people just like us. Who are the people? The refugees are just like us, he says. They are also like you, right? It's not okay to say, build a wall to keep them out. It's not okay to say, build a wall to keep them out, he says. So we should not keep, we should not avoid them. We should not maintain certain distance between the refugees and the natives. No, it's not good. Instead, he says, let us share our country, share our home, share our food. Says, it's not okay to say build a wall to keep them out. Instead, let us share our country, share our home, share our food. They can't go back where they come from. Let's understand their condition. It's not okay to say to build a wall between the natives and the refugees. We should not avoid them. We should not ask them leave this place. We should not keep a distance between the natives and the refugees. No. It's not okay to say build a wall between the natives and the refugees. Instead, he says, let us share our country, let us share our homes, let us share our food. They can't go back to where they come from, he says. They are unable to go back. Their position is not good, and that's why they came here. They are not in a position to earn their food. They are not in a position to find a reasonable shelter. They should be helped by someone. In that condition, If you ask them leave this place, they can't go back. They are not welcome to their homeland. If you avoid them, where they go? Where can they go? It's difficult. You should understand their condition in that way. They are not cutthroats and thieves with bombs up their sleeves, he says. They are not cutthroats and thieves. They are not dangerous. They are not thieves. They do not create any kind of destruction here. They can't. They are not layabouts. They are not loungers. They are not chancers. They are not scoundrels, he says. So they are not cutthroats and thieves with the bombs up their sleeves, layabouts, loungers, chancers, and scoundrels. See, if you read this poem from the bottom to top, you can understand their condition in a different way. The poet suggests don't misunderstand the refugees. They do not create any kind of disturbance. They are not lazy. They are not competitors in future. They don't create any destruction. They are not thieves. You understand their condition. They cannot go back to their homeland. They should be welcome here. Don't be so stupid to think that the world or the place you live in belong to you only. Don't be such narrow minded. It is the message given in this poem if you study this from the bottom to top. Right? We need to see them for who they really are. You understand their condition in a positive way. Look at them. Try to understand who they really are. Life have dealt a different hand. If their position is good, they may not come here. Their position is bad. That's why they came here. Should life have dealt a different hand, we need to see them for who they really are. We need to see. We need to examine their condition and understand their position in a positive way. These haggard faces could belong to you or me. Maybe one of your friends may live abroad. If their position is not good, they come here and they may seek shelter. Can't you help them? So don't think that foreigners are foreigners or refugees are refugees. They don't deserve help. No, it's not a proper way of thinking. He says these haggard faces could belong to you or me. Who knows? So don't tell me they have no need of our help. He says, don't tell me they have no need of our help. You should have that helping nature. You should have that broad mind to understand their condition. So, Brian Wilston uses one particular technique in this poem. If you read the poem from top to bottom, all the views that are presented in this poem might appear to convey a message like refugees really don't deserve help or deserve sympathy or deserve shelter on a piece of particular land which is not their homeland. But if you study the same poem from bottom to top, definitely there is one positive message that we need to broaden our mind, we need to broaden our understanding, we need to help those refugees, and then they can take shelter. They deserve help. So, this is an interesting poem. Please go through the lines. Definitely, you will enjoy the poem. Thank you.